You're watching The Ugly Inside? Subscribe below.
It's officially been announced that the Football League and the Football League Trophy has been reshaped this season, and we could well see a South Coast derby. Saints under-21s, the academy team, could well play Portsmouth in the Football League Trophy. First of all, Clive, how do we feel about the proposition of a South Coast derby in the Football League Trophy?
Derby would be fantastic, but I don't think it's right. I really don't think it's right. I think it is for those teams. It's called the Football League Trophy for a reason. I think, okay, I'm not just saying we should moaning about it. I think that there should be competition, more competition for the under-21s to perhaps play European teams, perhaps a European competition against other under-21 teams. I think that would have a lot more oomph to it than playing against League One and League Two teams. I just think it's their day. Forget about Portsmouth, there's how many, 45 other teams down there, and it's their day. If they get to Wembley, that's their day out, and it shouldn't be taken away from them. Our day out would be an FA Cup final, a League Cup final, or the Europa Cup final. Be there.
The Under-21 League has also been reformed as Premier League 2.
Yes, I mean, firstly, the league system for the under-21s needed to be revamped, rescheduled. That's, I mean, I'm going to say with what Clive said on the Football League Trophy. There's two reasons. I was at a meeting on Thursday with the Football Supporters Federation, and the general view, the general opinion, although not particularly mine, is this: is that firstly, the academies and the Premier League Academy 1 sides have tried to get a European under-21 league and have been blocked by the UEFA, basically, and other authorities. And the only fear that really the FSF have is that this is step one into bringing Premiership Academy clubs into, in effect, the Football League and Football Conference. And they want to go away from they don't want to go along a road that means that, for argument's sake, Manchester City, U21 side, could be a League 2 club. They want to get completely away from that, and of course feeder clubs and that. From the point of view of them playing in the trophy, from a different view to Clive's, they seem to be happy with that, in the fact that it's rejuvenating the trophy. The feeling is that the Football League Trophy, till you get to the final, is poorly supported. We going maybe on to my little personal opinion about we saw it as a very big thing. We probably hold the record crowd for the final and the semi-finals, and for us it was a big thing. It was our rebirth, it was our rejuvenation, and it was something big to us. But apart from the final at Wembley, it's a poorly supported competition, played in front of 700, 800 people in many things. So maybe my opinion on this is a little different from Clive's, in the fact that, yeah, I can see the point completely about the fact that it's their chance for a day at Wembley, but every day, most of these clubs in League 1 and League 2 are in financial trouble. When they have to play a game, if Accrington have to play, I don't know, Plymouth at home, there's absolutely no financial gain to it. It's a drain on Plymouth's resources to get up there, and it's a, you know.
Well, it is regionalised, isn't it? Until a certain stage, so you don't really get
so
that.
Maybe Freddie's suggesting Plymouth is maybe a decent, but even a near derby, Accrington v Morecambe, for argument's sake, there's just no real interest. So you get 800, 900 people. It doesn't become big till you get to.
It's big for them though, Nick. It's big for. It would be Accrington versus Morecambe would be a juicy game. It would be for local pride.
Now this is where I move on to the next point. It is a trophy, but Accrington play Morecambe in League 1 and don't get a big crowd for it, you know, or League 2. They're playing them. It isn't a local pride thing. In most of the areas, we're a little bit isolated here because we haven't got a lot of competition around us. But up in the north, you know, Accrington will have 15 to 20 clubs within a 50-mile radius who they might play in this. The point that was made to me, not an official point of view, but by someone else, is that it rejuvenates the competition, and Accrington would far rather play Manchester City B, for argument's sake, where suddenly instead of 800 they get a few thousand Manchester City fans, and instead play Manchester City B, maybe see the odd one or two first team player thrown in, and get a 3,000 to 4,000 crowd. Because for someone like Accrington, and apologies to any Accrington fans watching at the moment if I'm getting it wrong, but if they're averaging 1,500 and they get 5,000 through the game, that's the equivalent of 3-4 home games to them. And that is their big day. Although I do completely see Vi's point, I can't really argue against that point other than to put alternative opinion that it does give them a chance for a big day. And yeah, it will be sad, and this is true with what Guy said, if it ends up at Manchester City versus Arsenal U21 final at Wembley, that completely defeats the object. I don't know, maybe something to be done with seeding, I'm not sure, but I think it has an advantage, although it's not for me the fully formed thing just yet.
Well, there you have it, guys. Let us know in the comments below what you think of the reformation of the Football League Trophy. What are your expectations for this? Leave it in the comments, like, share and subscribe for more.